Let's educate each other. Inini personally, as panel of the African princes, I don't know what is happening. What is this whole thing about members of parliament being chased away? Okay, Barbara. So there's this thing that's happening. Yeah, the member of parliament, the CCC member of parliament, and then we have the SADC report. I think this week, as we are coming to the end of the week, those are the things that are trending in Zimbabwe, and those are the things that affect our day-to-day life. So if there are people that have knowledge about it, come, let's share. I also want to understand what's going on with the Tendai the Wishman Movers, and the Chamisas. Yesterday, I was a little bit busy, tied up. I saw an Chamisa vachifamba demonstrating Parliament kurukunzi. They are 15 member of Parliament. Varikunzi shoni varikuda kuresigna kana kuti vakaresigna. How does it affect people, my members at CCC that we voted in? How does it affect the 2/3 majority in Parliament? My blessing not only right, even in I'm confused. I have been for the first time nasi ndatombotraya kuti ndimbonzwisisa ndamboendawo kune mamwe mablog. But what does it mean? Because sometimes you need to listen to what others are also saying, what others are reporting about the whole situation. Unfortunately, the guy that went, the Secretary General, akangomuka in brackets, ndovati ndini Secretary General. CCC is saying they don't know him. Washman Ncube is being also in the equation because Ikoshino Kurukunzi, Washman Ncube is related to the other guy. Tendai Biti is saying, I was not elected as an MP, so I'm minding my own business. Saka, what is the situation for my Zimbabweans? What is our situation? What is happening? What's the way forward? Kana pane munhu ari kuziva, guys, come or write something, then I will be able to know kuti these are the things that are happening. What does it mean? Ndambonzwa kuna umwe blogger achiti izvoni, probably the ruling party is trying to sabotage CCC so that they can get the majority rule. Let's start from my elections. When we had elections, what happened when we had my elections? People went to vakanovota. ZANU-PF didn't get 2/3 majority. Mamwe my MPs went to CCC, mamwe wakaenda ku ZANU-PF, but ZANU-PF didn't get 2/3 majority. What does it mean? Simply what it means is pakada kupaswa any new law, anything that they want to discuss mu parliament. This is what happens. From my little knowledge that I know, this is what happens. They will come up with an agenda. Kana yakuda could discuss what they discuss it. Wo amenda, if there are any issues that need to be discussed, amended and fixed. They will sit in parliament as my MPs. They discuss it. Kana yava discuss, then yova yoso pasiwa. Kana yakunzi yakupasiwa, vanova vavota. Let's vote. Are we all in agreement with this? Kana vakadaro, then vanova vatora. Simba rashe ndiripoti ya, vanova vatora. Kana 2/3 of the majority, vakati yes, we agree. Then that thing will be passed. Zvakafanana, I'm giving an example. Zvakafanana kuti ZANU-PF yoda kuchinja mutemo muconstitution kuti tikuda kuti president vedu vatonge to life. That is the most that can happen. Kuti iko zvino ZANU-PF could be saying we want our president kuti atonge for the rest of his life, kusvikira death. But for them to pass that law, inoda kugarirwa mu parliament. And then vanhu vezanu manumbers avo haakwanise 2/3. That was an example I was given. There's so many laws that can be passed anenge achiitira in favor of ZANU-PF. So the only way ZANU-PF right now, because CCC doesn't have 2/3 majority, ZANU-PF doesn't have 2/3 majority. Saka whatever mutemo changes that they want to pass mu parliament, hapana inokwanisa kuwina. ZANU-PF ayiwini, CCC ayiwini, unless pato vemutemo unenge uri valid zvekuti tinozokwanisa kuti vamwe vanhu vari kuZANU-PF vanokwanisa kuti alright, teacher, we will vote for this. Vanhu veCCC wo futi voti izvoni, we will vote for this. Vanokwanisa kuti okay, this cup is yellow. Who is agreeing kuti this is yellow? Panokwanisa vezanu vanozviti guys, the cup is yellow. Vovota. VeCCC also, they can say kuti but the cup is yellow, there's no need for us to be arguing. Then they vote. So whatever whatever rule, law that is needed to be passed at present in Zimbabwe, it has to be clear like this. Clear so that everyone who is a member of parliament will be like, okay, it's clear, I agree with it. Let's vote for it. Zvinenge zviri for the interest of the people. This is where we're going to see if ZANU-PF comes up with a new law or they want to amend anything. It has to be clear so that they will get mamwema votes from CCC. But without that, nothing is going to come up. And we are set for disaster. Why are we having my hiccups with the MPs? Parliament, maporisa achipinda achidzinga mamwe MPs. Nyaya yekuti probably the opposition party or the ruling party zvakudependa kuti uri kuside kupi. Inini semunhu weCCC ndinoti opposition yedu iZANU-PF. So ZANU-PF could be wanting to remove mamwe vanhu veCCC so that they will have by-elections. The more we continue having problems mu parliament medu, tichapedzisira takunzi by-elections. Tikaita by-elections, ZANU-PF ikawina 2/3, we are headed for disaster. That's my understanding. I don't know how far they are solving that. I don't know if CCC, it could be also CCC members. They probably want to sabotage Chamisa. We don't know. We could be having the party at CCC being compromised. We could be having people that are under the payroll, yes, ZANU-PF, and they are pretending to be CCC members, and they are sabotaging everyone. Okay, Barbara. That is the issue that we're going to have for Zimbabwe. So it's either CCC has been compromised. There are people, the leadership in CCC has been compromised. Or it might be. I'm not sure, but it might be. There are a whole lot of people that are coming and saying it could be compromised. We don't have the facts, but it could be kuti CCC pachayo, it's got its leadership that are being fed from the ZANU-PF. And once vachifidwa, they are able to do anything to compromise. Mari is the root of all evil. Vanhu tiri kutambura. So that is the thing that is happening. If people get paid, kana kuri kunzi leadership, some of the people varimu ZANU-PF, varimu CCC have been getting paid ne ZANU-PF. I don't know where we're going, but let's be hopeful. Weshme Ncube is said to be related to the guy that went and claimed he was a Secretary General of CCC and announced kuti members, the 10 members have been withdrawn. How authentic is Weshme Ncube as a CCC member? How authentic are Anatendai BT? Are we having a leadership here, CCC, where people are now power hungry? The people that are talking about CCC should go to Congress. Are we going to go to Congress? Do the people of CCC, do my citizens want to go to Congress so that they can vote for a leadership? Because as we stand, ZANU-PF, this is not ZANU-PF, CCC, pakaipa gore rino tambo nerera kutanga zviono izvi atimuri kuzvinzwisisa. A lot is happening. Maria, thanks for your contribution. A lot is happening. We could have, these are the scenarios on the ground, arikukonzera confusion. We might have my leadership, arimu CCC, that have been compromised, arikubhatagwa ZANU-PF, and they are there to sabotage. Second scenario, we could be having a situation whereby the leadership, yes, CCC, is getting power hungry. And they're saying, takuda kuenda ku Congress. We are tired of being led nemunhu one. Toda kunozvionera ku Congress kuti are the people going to vote for Nelson Chamisa, or they're thinking otherwise, they want to vote for Weshme Ncube. Weshme Ncube could be sitting in his house and saying, I can be the leader of CCC. Why don't we go to Congress? We've had a party and we've never been to Congress. At Satamboenda Congress. So it could be that zviri ma confusions in Zimbabwe with the opposition. It could be ZANU-PF sending its people kuti endai munozvidira jecha. So there are three scenarios and we will never get to know the truth. I hope the truth will come out. But sema CCC, we will watch and see kuti leadership yedu say we will pay attention and see how it's going to go. How is ZANU-PF also going to respond on that? For now, in Antizivi, guys, dapererwao, hands in a dead hope. It's time you sat and relaxed and watched Banyaye politics. What is happening in Zimbabwe? People could be fighting. This could be an in-house fight. Tinokwanisa kuti, we are quick to blame ZANU-PF, just like ZANU-PF is quick to blame my sanctions of the failure that happens in Zimbabwe. This could be an in-house problem. Inokwanisa iri nyaya ye-CCC. Zvisinei nezanu mukati. Inokwanisa inyaya yezanu iri kurwa ne-CCC. Inokwanisawo iri family affairs. Guys, I don't know. Let's watch. Those that can get any information inbox. There are so many things going. I was listening to Tendai BT. Tendai BT says, don't involve me. Do you think Tendai BT is innocent? Do you think Tendai BT is doing something behind the doors, behind the closed doors? Do you think he's doing something else? I don't know. I'm not going to pass any accusations. I don't know. That's the truth. The only thing that I can say is, let's be watchful. I feel the best that can happen to Zimbabwe right now is if we stayed united. It's too early to start fighting amongst my citizens. That's my take on everything. But it's a bit too early to start fighting amongst my citizens. It will be better isuse my citizens. Tambomira SADC report yauya, it has not changed. Probability yekuti there will be a rerun. And then if God willing, mwari oti nzwira nyasha, then toita rerun yedu, then people can start saying, let's go to Congress. Tino select a leader wedu watrukunya soda. That's how I feel about the whole thing. For now, it's a bit too early. So, to everyone that's listening, SADC did write their final report the final report is out. What does it mean? Pane chakanyorwa chiripoti chakareba. I'm not a reader, guys. I'm not a reader. Tichatomboenda nobonoteerera vamwe. I have posted a post that I was sharing with people to say, oh, SADC finally wrote their final report. People have mixed feelings. I'm one person that was like, yeah, it's a nice thing. We're going to do my rerun. Maybe they're going to ask ZANU-PF kuti ite my rerun in the next 3 months, 6 months. I don't know. It was not said. It was not mentioned. It was not said. But there are a lot of my big terms. So they are big terms. They are big, long sentences that need to be understood exactly what the report is saying. We don't want to come here and give people the wrong information. When I have done my true research about the report, I'll be able to come and share, guys, to say, okay, this is exactly the final say is this. But with the report, pane probability, kuti we might be going kunoita marerun. There's a probability. Are they going to go to court? They can't go to court because my elections were declared, were nullified. Kuti they were not free and fair, they were nullified. Especially nenyaya dzakaitika dzeZEC, zvekuti ZEC didn't provide material on time. Elections were free and fair. People would walk in the community centers, voting centers. They voted, they came out. It was peaceful. Pane vanhu vashoma vakakwara, but pane zvimwe zvinhu zvakakonzera kuti inzi chi, it's been nullified. So let's wait and see. Is ZANU-PF and CCC going to have dialogue? They definitely need to sit down. Is there a probability kuti vanoita a unit government? It depends with Chamisa what he's going to decide. Kana vaita ma meetings. What are we supposed to expect as Zimbabweans? Definitely tichaona ma meetings, because there has to be dialogue between the two leaders, not only the two leaders, but even ma opposition parties that participated in my elections. This is not just about ZANU-PF and CCC. This is about all the other parties that participate in the 2023 elections. They will come, sit down and talk. Kana vataura akavoterwa 100 votes yevanhu vake, anofana kunomirira vanhu vake oti inini, this is what I want. When they decide on a unity government, it will mean kuti maybe the 2 or the 3 or the 4 parties ane a certain number. Vanenge vachinziwo imimi makapasa, you can come. Kana izvozvo zvaitwa, kana maparties akasawirirana, ane kodzero yekuti hatisi kuda unit government. It could be ZANU-PF who say we don't want a unit government. It could be Chamisa achainvitwa neZANU kuti uyatite unit government. But Chamisa ane kodzero kuonawo from the previous experience yakaitwa naChangirai when they had a unit government. It would definitely lead to the fail, to the destruction ye party inonzi CCC. If Chamisa decides to do a unit government neZANU-PF, we are dead as Zimbabweans. It will not be worth it. Tirikufa, we will die. We will die walking. Zvinombonakidza 2 minutes, but wrong run will be affected. What else did I want to share with you guys? Chamisa anokwanisa kuramba akachitoda kuita marerun. I think every Zimbabwean, including myself, as a committed Zimbabwean citizen, I am hoping and praying for rerun. If the God we pray to is a waste of time discussing politics pano social media. You know what, Nkululeko, one thing that I've noticed, we all have in terrible lives out there. A lot of people have been dispersed away from families, from friends, from anything. Some people are living lonely lives vari kumabasa kwavari kushanda kuriritira mhuri yavo. The reason why we have my social platforms, it's to socialize with people. Let's educate people what's happening everywhere in the world. Zviri kumbofamba sei. I come back from work, like now I just came in. I'm so tired, I'm sweaty. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I spoke to people. I also want to catch up with what is happening to Zimbabwe kwacho ikoko. You understand? So the only platform, the only friends that I have is to come on the platform and we talk about this. It's not kuti when we come by social media, we are the people who are forefront. No, we appreciate the people that are on the forefront, the people that are doing the work, the people that are on the ground. But what we can do is to support them. Even your prayer can make difference to Zimbabwe. You can be in Afghanistan and you are praying for people in Zimbabwe. It goes a long way. Don't underestimate also the importance of social media, because social media is now a platform where people communicate. Kudara under Anashaka the Zuru, they would go and beat the drums to send a message, to notify people of what is happening in the villages. The chief wants a meeting, they would. So it is also okay for us. When we get information by social media, it's only nice to share. We can't say, let's stop discussing. And then what will we talk about, guys? If we don't talk about politics, politics is what makes us as humans. Politics is what makes us as humans. Our life, our daily life are affected every single day with the politics that we ignore. Imagine if everyone on social media would stop discussing politics. And then what else will we talk about? How boring will our lives be? I would rather talk about politics and soccer. This is me. I would rather talk about politics and soccer than magroup anoti kuvakadzi. Hey, endai munotenga mushonga mugonakidza varume. Endai munoita zvakati kuti ana baba vaifare. What is that nonsense? I'd rather talk about politics. I would rather talk about politics. I would not talk about ladies groups that will come in and tell you, I've been abused ndinorohwa nemurume wangu for 20 years. What are you doing? Why are you staying there? Uchirohwa nemurume for 20 years, 15 years, and you still accommodate. You still accommodate munhu ari kukuabusa. This is why I keep encouraging people kuti ndatitaure about politics. The life that we are living as Zimbabweans, in every aspect of it, is because of politics. Our politics affects our daily life every single day. We can't run away from it. Because of politics, we don't have labor. Hatina mabasa muno muZimbabwe. Because of politics, my hospitals edu are a sad state of affairs. Because of politics, we have 200,000% corruption. Every single corner yawaenda, someone wants something to be paid. So imagine, if we don't talk about it, then who's going to come and say, okay, we have fixed your things in Zimbabwe? We have been keeping quiet as Zimbabweans for so long, until Mugabe Tonga for 40 years, because we were reluctant. We were so reluctant. I just wish at the end of the day, if I come and say something and encourage people that are on the ground, and it makes a difference to them, then I'm doing a good job on social media. Even me just saying, Mari, please, namatrai Nelson Chamisa, even if I'm going to say Weshman Dube, Weshman Nube, instead of bringing the confusion between CCC, why not wait until the SADC report is completely dealt with? Let's deal with the SADC report as a united CCC front. And then thereafter, we can start doing JEMA structures We cannot start asking for structures in CCC right now when we have the SADC report to deal with. That's how I see it. I love you guys. And bye-bye. Ndichambogeza ndichadzoka futi. Zvino ndave paleave chaiyo inonzi leave. I think I'm going to be per leave for 10 days or 15 days. Kana ndapedza leave yangu then muchandiona ndangu. I'm on the road. I'm on the road. I love you. Have a blessed day. Encourage your friends. Could talk about politics. It's every citizen's responsibility to talk about politics, just like it is every citizen's responsibility to go and vote. I love you, my fellow Zimbabweans, and stay blessed.